Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. Now today I am actually going to create or add on to the series Life is Deeper Than We Know. This is actually going to be the fourth Life is Deeper Than We Know, and I'm basically going to go over a non-human being or a non-human entity. Then I'm going to go over the human aura. I'm then going to go over the matrix a little bit. I'm going to go over some history, and I'm also going to talk about a very unexplainable phenomena from my personal experience. So today's video is Life is Deeper Than We Know 4. Now, let's get right into it, alright? So, today's non-human being or non-human entity that I'm going to cover in Life is Deeper Than We Know is going to be the Syrian. So I have talked about the Syrian or the Syrian race a number of different times here on the channel. Okay, check out 3 types of star seeds if you are into non-human entities and understanding where they come from and how they look and what their purpose here on Earth is. Then definitely check out 3 types of star seeds. I'll put a link right above my head for you. Anyway, the Syrian is literally a non-human entity that is completely real. They're completely existing here on the Earth, and they literally come from the star system of Sirius. Sirius is literally the brightest star in the sky, or one of the brightest stars in the sky. And basically there is Sirius A and there is Sirius B. It is a binary star system, and the Anunnaki are actually originating from there as well, being Nibiru is literally a planet that comes from Sirius B or even Sirius A, one of the two. But Nibiru is the home planet of the Anunnaki, and basically the Syrians are actually in connection with the Anunnaki as well. The Syrian race is actually the father race for humanity, meaning when humanity was created, we are actually created by the Anunnaki, okay? The Anunnaki were using the Nephilim race, which was the giant race, literally back in Sumerian times, which was about 2,500 years ago. And basically the Sumerians were using the Nephilim race, which are the giant race talked about in the Bible, in Genesis, in the book of Enoch. They were using the Nephilim race to mine earth for gold, and then eventually the Nephilim race rebelled against the Sumerians and took back their freedom. Then this led the Sumerians and the Anunnaki to basically create another slave species, which was then humanity. So humanity originated as a slave species to basically mine the gold on Earth for Nibiru and its atmosphere to sustain it, or something like that. So basically humanity was then created by the Nephilim race and the Syrian race. Okay, the Syrian race acts as our father race, and the Nephilim race acts as our mother race, and they went through a very, very sacred and ancient tantric process of conception to give birth to our consciousness. Okay, and basically the Syrian race can look like a number of different beings. Most Syrian starseeds, which most people are, being the Syrian race is literally our father race, most Syrian starseeds will either look like a fox or a dog or a bear in appearance. So basically you will be subtly resembling a fox, a bear, or a dog in appearance if you are from Sirius A. If you are from Sirius B, which there are more rare cases of starseeds from Sirius B, you will actually look like a hybrid human aquatic creature, kind of like a mermaid. The Sirius B system has a water planet. The majority of one of its planets is water, and there are literally aquatic beings on there. So basically mermaids, and mermaids are real, you just don't know it because they don't always publicize these type of beings. So basically yeah, the Syrian is what I was actually covering, and I know Gaia has put out some pictures or some depictions of a Syrian, and the more humanoid-like Syrian to Gaia looks like the Coneheads, you know, like the movie The Coneheads, but basically they're more pale and gray in color, and I do believe that they played a large role in the Egyptian times as well, which they did. So yeah, there's a little bit of knowledge on the Syrians and the Syrian race. We are very much connected to them because they are our father species, and the Sirius system actually brings down cosmic energy for us to get in tune with our innate higher consciousness, our higher awareness. And this was very evident with the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate portal is actually a specific universal geometric alignment that opens up a cosmic current of consciousness that brings or showers down divine cosmic energy from Sirius to Earth, and this actually makes way for a higher consciousness and an ascension process during the time of the Lionsgate opening. So yeah, check out that video for me if you have not seen it, and get into knowledge as well. I was literally channeling straight from Sirius. So I'm gonna basically keep it right there for the non-human entity. Go do all your own research. You can literally read literature all on the Syrian race and get into your own knowledge and help with the ascension process and the guiding of the evolution of humanity as well. So basically we can get into the aura now. The aura is most commonly depicted of being made up of at least 7 different layers, right? There's many more. It actually spans out to at least 55 to 60 feet. So each and every individual's aura is 55 to 65 feet, and you can actually use the static or the pixelization of this video feed to basically see some of the different geometries of the aura if you are keen and perceptive enough. Basically, every single individual's aura spans out to at least 55 to 60 feet in diameter, and maybe even more. But this is only when you are in the love frequency. So whenever you are in the 5th dimension or the love frequency or a higher vibration, your aura will span out at least least 55 to 60 feet in diameter. Basically, think about it like this. If you had a tree on your property and the tree was healthy and alive, you would know that its aura would be spanning out at least 100 feet in diameter. If the tree was withering away and dying, then the tree's aura would be very much more shorter. It would probably be like 20-30 feet in diameter. So it's the same exact principle with people. If you were in a higher vibration, the love frequency, your aura will be 55 to 60 feet long in diameter. If you are in the fear vibration, or if you are attached to the physical body, or in the third dimension, your aura is only going to be at least, I think it is like 7 to 10 feet long, which is a very, very big difference compared to the love frequency and the fear vibration, So choose love every single day. Bring in peace for yourself. And one way to actually expand upon your aura is to do the merkabah meditation, which I have been doing every single day for at least a few months now, and I have definitely seen results. It is a very ancient process. It is a very ancient meditation, basically brought here by the ascended masters, Thoth, and all of these other divine beings, to basically get us in tune with the light body, because merkabah actually translates to light spirit body, and it is the vehicle used to travel to higher dimensions and lower dimensions, and even the universe. And basically, the merkabah is talked about all throughout history. It is talked about in Ezekiel within the Bible. It is literally the Star of David. The Star of David is the two-dimensional merkabah. The three-dimensional merkabah would be the star tetrahedron, and it just goes higher and higher in dimension. The fourth-dimensional merkabah is the one we are actually using, and the fifth is the one we are actually using as well. It literally counter-rotates and spins, and it creates a galaxy-like sequence or pattern, and you need to open your sixth sense or your mind in order to perceive some of the different geometries that your aura is basically fluctuating within. So yeah, there's a little bit of knowledge on the aura. There is at least 7 layers. If you want to come into knowledge of the aura, do all your own research, and eventually you will come into the higher collective knowledge of the aura. I do know that the first layer is the ethereal body, which ether actually translates to space, so the spatial body, and also it is probably called the akashic body, or the akash, because akasha is actually space as well in Hindu Sanskrit. It's either space, ether, or akash. All of these are the same. The fifth element, which is space, there's water, there's fire, there's earth, and there's air, and then there's the fifth element, which is space, or ether, or akash. Okay, so the ethereal body is the first layer of the aura. It spans out like at least an inch, and it is very, very electrical. And then the second would be the emotional body, which is more colorful and more magnetic. And then it would be the mental body, which is corresponding to our mind, or our mental body, or it is our mental body, okay? And then there is our astral body, which corresponds to the heart chakra. When you open up the heart chakra, your astral body will actually come into amplification, and this allows you to travel the astral realms. And then there is the ethereal template after the astral body, and then there is the celestial body, and then there is the etheric template, which is corresponding to the crown chakra. They each correspond to the chakra system, okay? So that is a little bit of knowledge on the aura. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the Matrix. Let's get into the Matrix. So basically, the Matrix, as of now, and have been for at least 20 years or more, are definitely creating cyborgs. We can talk about this a little bit. It is the process of transhumanism. I did a video on it, but it got removed for literal nothing, because I was actually following the guidelines of YouTube. But transhumanism is a process. It literally translates to transcending human, because through technological enhancements, they are actually starting to bring in a transcendence of the human into a cyborg. And Elon Musk literally invented and is slowly putting out these robots. Okay, so it is very much a truth. It is not bull, it is not a lie, and it is not a falsehood. Elon Musk is literally already putting it into play. He has the robots. Go do the research. He has the robots with all of the artificial intelligence that are within his cars, the self-driving autonomous cars, Tesla. He is putting all of that artificial intelligence within the cars, inside the robots, and even more. And basically, these robots are going to be bought by the wealthier people in society to do common chores around, and then eventually they're going to become so common and abundant that they can then be used for a technological revolt of some sort. So yeah, transhumanism is most definitely coming into process. The fourth industrial revolution is actually going to make way for transhumanism as well, being there is going to be a significant change in the industrialization of America and the modernization. So then this is going to allow as a catalyst so that people can start to become cyborgs and not have the need for some of the old industrial ways of society that is actually ruining the globe as well. So it all fits in together. Like I said, life is very much deeper than we know, and it's time to wake up. It's time to come into knowledge. Everything that seemed unimaginable or completely false is all true. You just need to open your mind a little bit more. So basically, there is a lot of things throughout human history that are very unexplainable. You know, there are a lot of stories about discs, or even spaceships, or even creatures or beings that we will never be able to truly explain in full clarity and detail, because it's always kept in the dark. But there is a lot of history to be covered that has not been covered, because they keep all of this information hidden from us. There's literally an inner earth. The earth is literally hollow. The moon is even hollow as well. It's a station. It is being used as a station, and it is completely covered with futuristic organizations. You know, the government definitely, and even higher than the government, people who are literally more wealthy and do not need money, are literally setting up on the moon facilitations or even organizations in order to go to other planets like Jupiter, which is where our future is. Okay, Jupiter is most definitely inhabited, and it is even civilized by higher beings that are literally Syrian, which are more cone-headed and are higher, very much higher in dimension as well. But they will never tell you this, and it is all part of human history. Gaia does a good job. If you do not know Gaia, they have commercials on YouTube, and they put out a lot of content on this stuff in a full clarity and full knowledge. You know, Gaia does a lot of content on this stuff, and basically the Nazis were also at one point, and even probably still to this day, setting up stations right in the gateways of the inner earth. So there is gateways to inner earth. Basically, there are giant gateways to the inner earth. Basically, they are at the North Pole, and there is one at the South Pole, at the crown of the earth and at the root of the earth. There are two giant gateways, okay, and this is why the polar ice caps, and this is also why nobody can travel there without government authorization, because they literally set up stations there because they need to keep people away from figuring out that there is even an inner earth. But there is, and it is very, very lush and futuristic there. They literally use flying discs all the time, and that one blueprint that Da Vinci put out of the spaceship, that was very, very simplistic. They have been using that blueprint to build spaceships, basically that uses a type of magneticism to propel itself upward. It basically just spins at the bottom, and then it kind of counter rotates, kind of like the merkabah. Okay, it is literally going off the same mechanics as the merkabah, but a little bit different. Okay, so there's a lot to be covered in human history that is more hidden, and we will definitely go over this more often. So life is definitely more deeper than we will ever know, and it's literally time to start opening your mind. So the last thing that I'm going to cover is something that is very, very unexplainable that has happened to me. So literally last night, as I was sleeping, I woke up at 3 a.m. Okay, and this is when the yin energy is the most heightened. It is the most yin. Basically, it is the darkest time of the day or the night. Now, me and my roommates have actually been hearing a lot of strange noises coming from the apartment below us, and this is a lot more supernatural, and supernatural literally just breaks down to supernatural. So anything that you think is supernatural or even paranormal is truly just more natural or even future normal, because para actually translates to future and then it's normal. So paranormal translates to future normal. So what is normal within humanity's future is literally paranormal right now in the present. So we have been hearing a lot of very odd, very, very inhuman sounds coming from below us, okay? And they literally sound like animal noises, but not no dog who is growling even if you were attacking it. It literally sounds like a werewolf, and it is getting very, very extreme every single day. I wake up at least 5 a.m. and do a meditation outside, and my merkabah meditation opens all of this up, so I'm able to understand exactly what is going on. And I do believe that there's a lot of energy basically condensing itself within the bottom apartment, and it is basically creating a type of seance, or not a seance but a possession, along with the expression of that in the way that the people who are being susceptible to that type of energy condension would then be made unaware as well. So they are kind of being used as a puppet-like type of possession. You know, they probably don't have any idea that there is probably entities around in their house, or even their bodies, you know, but they are literally carrying out this this more animalistic and feral-like energy, and it is coming from somewhere. We just don't know the entity that is basically bringing such a energy to the apartment under us, but it is most definitely affecting us as well, because, you know, energy doesn't sit to one apartment. It literally is boundless, and yeah, we have definitely been experiencing some of this every single night around 3 a.m. It is literally getting louder and louder, and yeah, it is very inexplainable. It is more irrational and illogical, but it is definitely there. You would never be able to use logic to understand what is going on because it is illogical in nature and it is irrational. So I do thank you guys for watching once again. Life is definitely much deeper than we know, and I hope I did provide some hopeful content for you guys, and I hope you did enjoy the video today. So subscribe over here to the left of me and help me reach 50 subs. Drop a like on the video to the right of me and support the channel once again. Generate some static electricity from the ethereal body or your spatial body. It needs to be strengthened and realized for the collective rise of consciousness. I love you guys. Have a great day and peace out.